What's up guys, Thedevildoggamer here, and I finally have my suppressor. So I figure on top of doing a little shooting video of it, I'd talk a little bit about suppressors and, the process of getting one and actually this suppressor. The first thing I want to do, this is my first video I've done with an actual gun showing it off. I'm going to clear the gun, make sure it's safe, just so you guys know. This is my Kimber SIS Custom 1911. Badass gun. I've probably put about 20 to 30,000 rounds through this thing, and it is still dirty because I took it to the range, and that's where you'll see the video after this. But no mag in it, so we're just going to clear it out, make sure it's safe. It's safe. There we go. And there we go. Okay, so it's safe. So let's talk about the suppressor. So this is an AAC Tirant 45 suppressor. Now this is for only a 45 caliber, and this SIS Custom didn't have a threaded barrel. I actually had to get a Storm Lake barrel for it, and that's the thread you see on there. So it's not the factory barrel that it comes with. Now a little bit about suppressors. How suppressors work. Now suppressors are pretty much basically cooling the gas and giving the gas a chance to finish burning. And that's the majority of the noise you hear from a gunshot is the gas. Now, what exactly does it do? It just has a series of chambers and baffles that gives, the chance for the gas to actually expand out there. And the one thing I hear a lot about it, people call it silencers. It's not a silencer, it's a suppressor. Don't call it a silencer. Now, suppressors really don't make guns quiet. They usually around 20 to 40 decibel, that's how much they reduce. There's no, you can get pretty damn quiet with suppressors, but it takes a combination of a larger suppressor, a certain cartridge, and subsonic ammunition to make it pretty damn quiet. But this thing on its own, you'll see in the video, I'll do a little comparison, it's not enough. The 45 is a subsonic round already. It's pretty good for actually being, for suppressor use, but it's still pretty freaking loud, and it's not like you're going to be able to drop somebody and nobody next to you hear it. Now, basically, how you go about getting a suppressor. First of all, you have to make sure it's legal in your state. There's a few that, I believe there's a few that don't allow it to be, that are pretty fucking Nazi about it, to be honest. So what you do is you go to your gun shop, you get a Form 4, you fill it out, send in a passport photo, and then send it all to the ATF. And that takes about 9 months to get approved. This thing took 9 months to get. It's a long wait, and you send it in with a $200 tax stamp, and as long as you pass your FBI background check and everything's good, you do have to get a law enforcement signature on it. That may be another issue if you live in a county that, the sheriff or whoever really doesn't like these things. He might not sign off on it, but I didn't have a problem. Then once you get it all back, boom, you get it, you're done. Keep your copy of your tax stamp on you in case the police stop you, and that's it. So, yeah, suppressors are pretty cool. It's a novelty item. There's really no use for them. Unless you want to shoot without hearing protection, and that's basically what it's for. Now, one of the things I don't like about the suppressor, and I'll show you here in a second, if I can thread it on the barrel correctly. And I'll show you here. This is my one issue. Because this firearm wasn't made to have a suppressor, the one issue I run into, and you can see it right here, is you see the sights are low on it. It's because it doesn't have high sights, so the suppressor blocks the sight picture. You can still shoot with it, it's just a little harder. You'll see in the video I missed quite a few shots because of this thing. One of the things I do like about having a suppressor is it actually drastically reduces the recoil, especially with the 45. It's an added weight on the front, and it's long, drawn out. It actually keeps the muzzle down quite a bit and reduces the recoil. It almost feels like you didn't even fire. It's crazy. Now there's two ways to actually use a suppressor. You can use it dry, where you don't do anything, and that's usually reduces less of the decibels on it. Or you can run it wet, where you put I think it's about 10 cc's of water or any other liquid in it, and that helps cool the gases a little more, and it kind of reduces the decibels just a little bit more. But it creates a little bit of a mess. It lets all that carbon and stuff stick to it, and it creates a mess. You can take this apart and clean it. I'll actually show you. Now, one of the cool things about this is I can actually change out the piston in it to fit different threads, because each thread's different, the way it goes and everything like that. And this is going to be extremely dirty. I'll show you. Okay, so there you can kind of see inside of it. those are all the different baffles. You can see the chambers and everything in there. That's what actually, you know, lets the gas expand and everything like that. And here's the front of it with the piston. Now that's the piston. This is the thing you change out to do the different threads. It's got a little spring in there to help with the recoil, and that's about it. It's super dirty. I need to clean all of this. My maintenance skills for today are pretty bad. But yeah, that's the suppressor. So I got a video that's going to play right after this. We're going to do some loud and some quiet shots of the suppressor. It's nice little fun. It's a novelty item. It's not really practical in any way, other if you want to actually go out on your own land and shoot without, you know, disturbing your neighbors, or maybe even, you know, not wearing hearing protection. But it's a lot of fun. Definitely a nice little novelty item. The weight sucks on it, so just be prepared. You're not going to get it the next day. It's going to be a long wait. But it's definitely a pretty cool thing.